The World Series of Poker National Championship is the culmination of 20 circuit stops across the country. 2 decades ago, Daniel Negreanu was playing in every tournament he could find, but these days, his landscape is quite different.
You know, it's been really interesting, like a blast from the past, you know, playing with these guys who are grinding. They're going from tour stop to tour stop. I can honestly say I don't remember ever being at a final table where I was the oldest guy. So that's unique, that's different.
Chip leader Lonnie Harwood is 16 years younger than Negreanu. Tonight, she could become a 2-time bracelet winner.
I think bracelet number 2 is always a validation. I mean, you know, winning 1 bracelet, anybody can really do it.
6 grinders and Daniel Negreanu battle for the World Series of Poker National Championship next.
I feel 26, and I know they call me Kid Poker, but Kid Rock is 50 or something, and he's still Kid Rock.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another season of poker here on ESPN. Tonight in the rolling hills of Cherokee, North Carolina, a bracelet and a 6-figure payday will be won. I'm Lon McCarran, as always, with Norm and Chad. Daniel Kid Poker Negreanu shines brightest at this final table.
Daniel makes final tables like I make dinner tables. You're good, sir. We get it.
25-year-old Lonnie Harwood stands out for many reasons.
She's a bracelet winner looking to make a little history. The only thing working against her is that she's from Staten Island.
Wait patiently for my opportunity to arise. And once it does, I will pounce like a vulture.
I'm not sure that vultures do much pouncing.
They do. They pounce, man.
Do they?
They're pouncers.
I'm not
Come,
big
they
on
swoop out of
vulture.
the sky, pounce.
Swoop,
like
yeah.
that. Swoop and pounce.
29-year-old Daryl Fish looking for his comfort zone here. He sits in second place right now.
If you look around the table and you can't spot the fish, then you might beat the fish.
Daryl's nickname is D-Fish. Alex Mashik is the short stack, but never count him out.
This guy has 8 World Series circuit rings. He's the Phil Hellmuth of the circuit, but with no poker brat in him.
100 players qualified for this event based on their season-long circuit performances. No buy-in required. Others high enough on the World Series Player of the Year standings could enter by paying $10K. Negreanu and Harwood did just that. Our defending champ, Dominik Nietzsche of Germany, finished in 15th place, the first one to get paid. There is Mashek.
And I was like, wow, you're right. Actually, that's pretty...
He gives it up. Tonight's champ will win a World Series of Poker bracelet.
It's pretty prima donna-esque. But it's just ironic to, like, pass
Fold
that
it around to
about
Daryl Fish.
bad
Immediately
pillows in a
after,
4-star hotel.
Ace-4.
He was a bike racer, then a skateboarder, now a poker player.
That's
Next
what
stop,
they call.
watching
I
TV
like
from a
that play.
beanbag
It's a good
chair.
play. It's underutilized.
Yeah, I think
What do you want to
agree.
blow the pot for me for,
I don't.
right?
Blind versus blind for the minimum. Here is the flop. 6 queen 7. Fish misses. Daniel paired up with a 7. A check. And a bet of 15,000.
You have a guarantee.
Well, because I have the best hand, for sure. You
Wow,
don't have a
yeah, no,
queen and
that's-
fold.
I couldn't beat it.
No way you folded a queen.
Negreanu moves a little closer to the second place stack of fish.
And the writing's too big to read.
Too big to read? How does that make sense?
I don't know.
You'll be okay, kids. You'll get used to it.
Hopefully I'm here long enough to get used to it. You should see the font size on his text messages. It's like this big, so he's used to it. Yeah, he's got the
You guys
old
can all read my
person font
text.
size, yeah.
From over there. I
can barely see the flop. I need glasses.
3 chips in play. The orange worth 1K. The 5K grays and the brown 25,000 chip.
This isn't my area of expertise, but I think the national championship should have sexier chips.
And exactly what is your area of expertise?
I don't even know why I even talk to you.
Why you bugging?
King 10 of diamonds for our chip leader. A raise to 22,000 under the gun.
Lonnie going through an emotional past couple of years with her mother passing last summer.
Alex Mashik folds. Brad St. Vincent with pocket 8s.
He has an accounting degree from Bryant University in Smithfield, Rhode Island. I believe they are the Boilermakers.
He just calls. Daryl Fish now on the button with 9-7. Now Negreanu in the small blind. Ace, queen of clubs, and just a call.
Yeah, no 3-bet from Daniel. Likes to play small, likes to see flops.
Paul Mattiota in the big.
This is where Lonnie, like, double coolers. We're down to 5.
One time?
I mean, it wouldn't be one time.
And he's right about that. Lonnie scored a double knockout of the 10th and 11th place finishers.
Check.
Daniel checks the pocket eights of St. Vincent. Stand tall.
Lonnie, the big stack at this final table.
More than twice the chips of second place Daryl Fish right now. Lonnie loves to be aggressive, especially when it's checked to her. 36,000 continuation bet.
St. Vincent with the best hand, but Harwood with the continuation bet, and he's got to also worry about Negreanu behind him.
Tough spot to be in. And Brad does fold the best hand. Now Daniel.
And Negreanu now with the best hand. Act like it.
Ooh, I shouldn't fold. I should call. If I folded, that's stupid.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, you probably should have called.
No, he was thinking you should call.
No, he was thinking he should call.
Yeah.
I was thinking we should both call.
Yeah. If you call, then I can fold. But
It
when
makes
you
it hard
fold,
for her
I'm
to win.
supposed to call.
If you fold, I'm supposed to call, but you didn't.
A familiar scene in this tournament. Lonnie Harwood stacking chips. She's being given a lot of respect. So Negreanu here looking to lock up his 7th bracelet. We spoke to him earlier about his edge over this final table lineup.
Well, I always have fun when I play, and it's my comfort zone. You know, being under the lights on the featured table. For a lot of these other players, you know, it might be their first time. It's going to create some nervousness. But for me, it's very, very comfortable. So that gives me a little bit of an advantage. Anytime you have an opportunity to win a bracelet, it's special. So why not add Cherokee to my list, right? You know, I've had some fun coming into this, and I'm still going to have fun. But now it's go time. It's time to really put the pedal to the metal, get the job done.
Daniel's table talk is entertaining, but for the other players, it can be tough. St. Vincent says it's distracting. Fish says it's sometimes annoying. Vince Moscati says it can mess with your head. And Harwood says it's intimidating.
I told my friends I'm going to ruin someone's day today. I just hope it's not my own.
Brad St. Vincent earned his spot here as the overall points leader at the Foxwoods Circuit stop.
Where are you from?
I'm from Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. You watch hockey?
Nope.
Nope. Just like no, absolutely not, ever.
No, I've seen it like one time.
You watch the Mighty Ducks.
It's a little violent, don't you think?
Come on, you watch hockey? You know,
More fighting.
men, boys will be boys. Boys will be boys. As they
Folded
say.
to Negreanu on the button. A raise to 22,000. Why not? Lonnie Harwood now after Mattiota folded his small blind.
I am filing a formal complaint with Lonnie Harwood. This final table would be sunglasses free if she weren't wearing shades.
Is that one of these times when you had fun cards?
They're pretty fun. They're suited.
So you don't even play a pair there?
I would have played
You're
there.
not qualified.
No, I don't
What?
care.
What? The felt's so hard. Like, you throw a chip in and it just like rolls
Bing,
over.
bing, bing. Yeah.
Cards slide really well, too.
You guys are having a lot of revelations this morning.
Some of us don't make a final table every week.
Yeah, that's true.
If comfort breeds success, Daniel's going to be hard to beat tonight. The 2015 World Series of Poker National Championship is dealt by the WSOP Social Game, poker's #1 mobile game. Free download available now in the App Store and Google Play. Welcome back to Harris Cherokee, deep in the heart of North Carolina. 122 players competed in this event. No one with more recent success than Daniel Negreanu. He always has fun at the table, but his demeanor yesterday was as relaxed as we've ever seen him.
Yeah, he just loves being Daniel Negreanu right now, and that helps him mentally. Plus, he told me he's very satisfied with the culinary options here in Cherokee. If his vegan stomach is happy, his poker mind is happy. I wouldn't be surprised to see him win this whole thing.
And Daniel gets it when it comes to the fans. He knows they come out to see him. He's quite accommodating, especially in this relaxed atmosphere. Quite a spread on this leaderboard. Harwood with 140 big blinds, down to Mashik, who has only, as they say, 8 beavers.
Plus Marcus
7-4 of hearts for Daniel, and he's going to raise it up to 22,000 again.
Boy, under the gun with 7-4 suited. I guess he feels comfortable with a big stack and feels like he has a big edge post-flop.
I mean, she's got a lot of
Well, nobody
First-hand experience.
willing to play with Daniel. A lot of rags being dealt right now.
You win, Mr. Negreanu.
He wins.
Well, Daniel's raise gets through. No one had anything other than the big blind, and Daryl Fish decided he didn't want to tangle with Daniel out of position with King 9.
So Daniel Negreanu taking full advantage of this table. It wasn't all that long ago that kid poker really was the kid.
Well, you know, much like baseball, you know, it's glitzy and glamorous when you make to the majors. You know, you got a big, fat contract, you make a lot of money, you live the life. But it doesn't start that way. You know, you start out on buses, you start out grinding, you don't pay a lot for the minors. Similar to the, you know, poker, really, where you start out in these little, you know, tournaments, you're staying in whatever hotel you can afford. You're trying to, like, keep your expenses down and really be smart about it. And I remember being that guy, so I have a deep respect and admiration, but it takes that kind of grit. It takes that kind of grind to say, you know what, I know it's rough now, but I see the light at the end of the tunnel and I'm gonna make it. I love the concept for the national championship. These grinders get rewarded for putting in the effort and getting the points so that they can earn their seat in this thing. And then, of course, those that do well in the big leagues have the opportunity to buy in, so you have like the best of both worlds, and it creates a really cool dynamic. For a lot of them, I think, you know, they don't get the opportunity to play with players like myself. You know, I'm typically playing the high buy-ins in Las Vegas and across the world. So for them, you know, I can imagine it might be fun, to, you know, feather in their cap to beat me heads up, but I have plans to foil all their plans.
Negreanu, the all-time money leader, a staggering $30 million along with 6 bracelets. Lonnie Harwood, the only other bracelet winner here. Alex Mashik, though, has 8 World Series circuit rings. That's the most ever.
An interesting dynamic develops on the World Series circuit. Many of these players quite familiar with each other, having traveled the same circuitous path to this culmination of the season.
We'll switch back for him. It's fine.
Action on Brad St. Vincent, King Deuce of clubs.
So the cards burn your eyes, the table's too hard.
Air's too cold.
Air's too cold, I'm too hot.
Daryl Fish, ace 10 of hearts.
Of course, the last thing you want to be called in poker is a fish. It's like being a sprinter with the last name Slow or a skateboarder with the last name Fall Down.
Or maybe a voting booth supervisor with the last name of Chad.
Good for you.
Fish with a raise to 22,000.
I believe Daniel is texting his assistant in Las Vegas to bring him dinner and a masseuse.
Now Lonnie Harwood with the big chip lead in the big blind, king 9 off. And she will re-raise to 64,000.
Well, Fish has a big hand. He has a healthy stack, and he's got position. Act like it, son.
With ace 10 suited, a call. So the 2 top chip stacks will square off here, Harwood and Fish.
And Daryl taking a good long look at the enemy.
5-8 trade, both miss.
Well, when the flop misses both of you, this is when character is tested. This is when character is defined. This is when character is demanded.
Don't you usually just fold?
Well, yeah.
Action on Harwood. She took control pre-flop. And she wants to continue here. A little bit of each. 58,000 at you, Mr. Daryl Fish.
Fish still does have the better hand. He's got position, and he has a big stack. But Harwood has the 1 stack that can crush him. Character time, son. Act like you have it. Don't let me down.
Wondering what Lonnie is up to. And that is a fold. Daryl down to 3rd place, battling these 2 bracelet winners who both sit on his left. He's got a tough seat.
Lonnie shows character, and Daryl shows he meditates every day.
Lonnie Harwood over $1.5 million now, as some of the players seem a little shy about getting involved too deeply early on at this final table. A closer look now at this 25-year-old Lonnie Harwood. So much is made of the fact that she's a female poker player. The fact is, man or woman, she is seriously talented.
If I ever have a daughter, and I don't expect to, I'd love for her to be a good person and a great poker player like Lonnie. But one thing is for sure, I will not name her Lonnie. No way, no how, no thank you.
What are you saying?
You hear me.
Busy city street, and I'm like, well, at least she has white teeth.
Those, like, you know, the ones that do that are the perfume and cologne ads.
Yeah.
You watch this thing, you're like, what the hell are they selling? And
Right.
they're like, you know,
like
eternity for men. Like, wow, how did that happen? You know, a woman in the ocean swimming, and then like a big sea lion comes and on her back, and this man's on the beach like that. Okay, eternity for men.
Yeah. Oh, let me go get some right now.
Okay, yeah.
2 red
Gotcha.
jacks
Totally
for Lonnie
makes sense now.
Harwood. This is the 2nd straight year she's bought in to play the national championship. Lonnie with a raise to 25,000, and Mashik, the short stack with kings.
And the Lon McCarran Memorial Hand Pocket Jack's about to get buried by Pocket Kings.
We don't have the creativity for that kind of stuff.
I could get a real job. I just didn't get that high school diploma thing. That's what held me back.
Really?
Yeah, I almost did. I could have got it.
Mashik shoves his short stack, a chance to extend his time here. Lonnie with a quick call, but she can't love what she sees.
Pocket Kings just in time for Mashik
Jacks
down to
against
6 big
kings.
blinds.
Mashik was down to 5 big blinds when they were 8-handed and doubled through Lonnie with queens. Now trying to do it again with kings.
He knows I can't change the cards.
He knows?
But he knows it's Lon that he's up against.
More amusing for you guys?
Lonnie's not amused. She just wants the knockout.
I want you to win. You're a nice boy.
You're full.
He's a good boy.
Excuse you.
You have way too many chips. It's fine. Let the guy have a little one.
Here is the flop.
He has a better
Mashik
hand.
still good there.
Probably a 9 on the turn.
Yeah, it gotta be a 9.
Yeah.
Jack would be a good special.
True.
Turn card. Tray of diamonds. Harwood with one last chance to eliminate the talented Mashik.
Yeah, and now a jack and a jack only knocks out Alex Mashik.
The river card. The 9 of spades. There's the double up, albeit a small one for the former short stack. He's up a notch to 6th place.
How do you get that hand?
You do that? Fold down to 6 bigs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you wait long enough. Trust me, you'll get him.
He did indeed. He waited until he found just the right moment, and it paid off. Alex Mashik looking for his first World Series bracelet. Players come from all over to play at the friendly confines of Harrah's Cherokee. 7 of them sit at the National Championship final table.
Many years I've been doing this, bud. A lot of years.
About 20.
It's starting to sink in now. Like how long I've been doing this. And how many groups of young up-and-comers I've hung out, you know, like, they stay the same age. I keep getting older, and they stay the same age. You ever see Dazed and Confused? Yeah. So I love that scene. I love high school. I keep getting older, and they stay the same age. Yep.
Might be my
That's
all-time
right.
favorite movie.
His all-time favorite movie, The Godfather, stand aside.
About rounders, man.
I love Dazed and Confused. I wish they made a sequel to that.
Dazed and Confused is a very good film. I don't mean to slight it.
Lonnie Harwood with nearly 3 times the chips as second place. Mashik and Mattiota running in the red zone.
Fish, Negrano, and Harwood all played on the same opening table at this national championship, and now they're at the final table.
St. Vincent gives way to Vince Moscati. Moscati and Mattiota are rooming together this week. Folded 2, Fish, King, Queen.
Broke his arm skateboarding at 15. Shortly after, had heart surgery. That combination pretty much ended his athletic endeavors.
Found his way to poker. He's got a lot of strong results. There's a raise to 22,000 from Fish. Daniel with 9-6 of clubs.
A suited 2 gapper, he can't resist.
He and Fish almost dead even in chips, way behind Lonnie's big stack.
Paul Mattiota there in the white shirt. Not a lot of chips, not a lot of hands. Bad combo.
3-bet from Daniel to 52,000. Harwood gives it up. Now back to Fish.
And I don't know if this time Darryl Fish is going to stand down.
He's going to come along with 2 face cards.
You know, I thought he was going to fold. I had this feeling you were going to fold. I really
Does
did.
that mean you have bad cards?
No, I'm just saying. I thought you were going to fold. Now I'm surprised. I'm, like, confused a little.
Jack, Jack, deuce, 2 clubs. Nice flop for Daniel. A check from Fish. 60,000 from Negrano.
Daniel just cares about the bracelet here, so he can play a little loosey-goosey with hands like 9-6 suited. Everyone else here has to have pay jumps on their mind. That's a big advantage for Daniel.
Daniel figuring Fish got no part of that flop. And he does fold.
I thought you were going to fold before the flop. People always do that. Every time I re-raise, they always fold. It's annoying. Like they always do, usually.
Poor thing.
You did all the time. You always fold every time I raised you. But I was showing you good cards, like aces and kings and ace-king and all that.
The Fish says he usually finds Daniel a pleasure at the table, but not after he beats you in a pot.
Darryl Fish has plenty of strong results to back up his game. The former skateboarder turned poker pro with 27 World Series of Poker cashes.
Fish, a Magic the Gathering graduate. Lonnie Harwood, also a Magic devotee. You know, just once I'd like to see a Magic the Gathering player who transitions to, say, social work instead of poker.
We know Magic the Gathering is a gateway game into poker.
It's illustrating the difference between people that are happy and successful in their life and the rest. And there's a few key things that they do differently. And the main one is
Succeed.
well, being responsible for your success, rather than being victim to like, well, this isn't my fault because my daddy did this to me.
Daniel requested a pulpit at this final table, but was not given one.
I had about wow. So 6-12. What am I supposed to do now?
26.
Fold. What I'm trying to remember.
27, maybe.
I'll do 27.
Isn't it just one player per
15
raise?
boards.
Yeah.
Still trying to figure the proper raise with the blinds up. Lonnie with ace-queen off.
Yeah, it's been like...
Lonnie, by the way, usually doesn't wear sunglasses. She decided to wear them at this final table, partly because she knows Negrano is great at picking up live tells.
The chip leader reaching. Just a call. Is that because it's Daniel or because it's ace-queen, Norman?
It should be because of the ace-queen.
Alex Mashik now with
Papa Giorgio.
I told you.
Oh, pocket aces. Boy, this guy's picking up big hands.
He picked up pocket kings when he had 6 big blinds left. Now pocket aces with 10 big blinds left.
All in.
Yeah, all in now for 126,000.
Know how much money? I need to know how
Really?
much money he has.
This would be for about 17% of Daniel's remaining stack. I'm surprised he's considering calling here, particularly with Lonnie Harwood still to act. I guess he's willing to get into a race situation with Mashik. Of course, they wouldn't be racing.
In the background, former circuit grinder and 2013 world champ Ryan Reese.
If she wasn't here, I'd play.
Call.
Oh.
Yeah.
And there is the call.
I had her beat, but not him.
Mashik's best friend is Lonnie Harwood.
Hard to beat ace. He had kings, and then he had aces. That's good. I like the way you play.
This guy plays the short stack.
That's how I like to do it. Same way. We're very similar style.
Mashik turning Harwood into his personal double-up valet.
This is a guy you don't want to have chips if you're the chip leader. 6-9, 5, 2 spades. A pretty good flop
Seven
for
spades.
Alex.
Just tough luck for Lonnie. She had big hands both times. Jacks into Alex's kings. Ace-queen into his aces.
Turn card. 7.
Ooh, 7. Chop
Well,
it
that
up.
means Mashik has survived the all-in. If an 8 comes on the river, they would chop the pot with a straight on board.
The river card. Another 5 and another double up for Alex Mashik.
Alex Mashik has been patient, and now he's got some chips to play with.
It was unavoidable. Lonnie with that ace-queen, the big lead. Mashik now with 25 big blinds.
It was 126, right? Yes. Thanks.
So, kings to double, then aces to double again. Alex Mashik is on a roll in Cherokee. The circuit is poker's trenches for those hardy enough to take it on.
When you're grinding on the circuit, it's definitely, I think, very different than what you see on TV.
It's not as glamorous as it seems.
I think it's really hard to travel and play profitably.
Sometimes you'll go on down swings, you won't win for a while, and it's just,
I enjoy the travel. I love being in different places all the time.
I mean, what do we do? We're playing with plastic-coated pieces of paper for a living. It's so amazing to get to do that. So I can never complain.
The circuit season has 20 stops. Many players travel from stop to stop to try to earn a living. Buy-ins are lower than what you'd usually see on TV, but the circuit is poker's proving ground.
You know what circuit grinders love more than anything else? Late checkout.
Any payday's a good thing to these circuit grinders. Plus, there's a World Series gold bracelet at the end of the rainbow. Brad St. Vincent under the gun, ace-jack.
He has 3 dogs named Toby, Roxy, and Gabby, and 1 cat named Cuddles, who just annoys the hell out of the dogs.
Raised to 24,000. Scotty folds to Daryl Fish. Pocket tens.
Fish has no pets but loves animals and says one day he will be taking in rescue dogs. I think he should take in Cuddles and rescue Brad's 3 dogs from the demon cat.
Very good point. Still neck and neck with Negrano for second place. Just a call with the tens. Now Daniel.
Suited 2 gapper. Daniel's weakness.
He gives it up.
right here.
I had my own kind of hand. I just folded it.
Now he had a folds to Harwood in the small blind. Ace queen again for the chip leader.
Lonnie has that Chelsea Clinton, I hope Hillary doesn't have a bad day on the campaign trail and come back and yell at me look.
Harwood with the big ace with big chips. A 3-bet to 96,000.
Yeah, 3-betting with ace queen. She's got more than 1/3 of the chips in play and just seems to be manhandling this final table.
Mashik folds his big blind. St. Vincent now with ace jack.
And right here, if St. Vincent commits to this raise alone, more than 1/4 of his chips will be in the middle pre-flop.
Brad says Foxwoods is pretty much his home court. If there's a poker tournament happening there, he's likely entered. And he gives up the ace jack now to Fish with pocket tens.
Good friends with Lonnie. They have battled on the circuit for many years.
Fish in second place right now behind Lonnie Harwood, way behind Lonnie Harwood. And his tens go into the muck.
Fish has folded the best hand more than once at this final table. Just a lot of tough spots for him.
Can you stop playing so good, Lon? That'd be great. Can you stop playing?
Best, man. Like being the best player to play.
Might.
I don't know. I gotta ask Negrano.
I guess it's close with me and her.
So Lonnie Harwood continues to play great poker, and she owes much of that to how she was raised.
The way I got into poker, I was around 16, 17. I used to take trips to Florida because my father lived there, and he would talk like strategy and showing me reasons why he was bluffing hands. And then once I graduated college, he started staking my cash game. It was kind of tough on me a little bit, but you know, it was also helpful to have, you know, a parent that actually understands the game and understands the swings. My mom was always my biggest supporter. She actually passed away last year, but she was there to see my first bracelet win, and that was like, it meant a lot to me. You know, I play for her in every tournament.
See my bracelet?
And it was hard to lose her, like, this young in age. Yeah, I mean, I know she would be super proud of me, and, you know, if she could, she would fly here, or she would be following the updates, you know, texting me nonstop. So I have some videos of her. I use them as, like, motivation.
She's the best doer in the world.
And I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna try and win this one for her.
Lonnie gave her mother, Alyssa, her first bracelet in 2013. After she passed in summer 2014, Lonnie took a couple of months off, and now she dedicates all her tournament play to her mom.
Yeah, a lot of her tweets close with #4mom. Alex Mashik now no longer the short stack thanks to some great starting hands he's been handed.
He has a finance degree from Washington University in St. Louis, then a law degree from the University of San Diego.
He'll turn up his nose at 6 deuce to Brad St. Vincent on the button from Bristol, Rhode Island, which is near, well, just about everything in Rhode Island. Ace King.
A few. I speak Romanian fluent.
28.
He announces 28,000.
Vince Moscati will be joining the final table shortly.
Hip-hop. I speak
And the
Jamaican.
big blind is Fish.
You're Romanian heritage, right, Dan?
King 8.
Yeah, both parents.
3 of us here, then.
Oh, yeah, you're Romanian?
Yeah, and Lani Saev.
What's your last name?
Mashik. It's Czech
Oh,
last
he's Czech,
name.
yeah.
But yeah, I was born in Bucharest, and
Oh, you
both my
were?
parents are from there, yeah.
You were born there, so you have a Romanian passport?
Not anymore.
Fish with a re-raise to 66,000.
Israel in here, so I had to renounce it at some point along the way.
Oh, wow.
Hoping
Yeah.
to bully
Oh, I didn't
St.
know that. Do you speak any
Vincent,
Romanian?
but
Yeah. I actually was just there 4 days ago or whatever.
I want to go back. I love it. I mean, I've been just very briefly, but I really enjoy it.
Bucharest is a whole lot nicer than it was when...
I know. I went a couple of years ago, and I was blown away, because I
Yeah.
went when I was 10 years old, and it was
Right.
not good.
We moved when I was like 7, but yeah, it's so much nicer than back then.
And how old are you now?
30.
Now that we have family trees out of the way, I think it's important to note that Daryl Fish might destroy this final table tape
Yeah, I want
today.
to go make a trip there. Just take my brother, just visit where my mom was brought up and where my dad was brought up. Just, I think it'd be good for him, because both of my parents have passed.
Where are they from? What part of the city?
St.
Layash.
Vincent
My dad was from
shoves,
Layash,
and
my mother was
quickly
from,
Fish
basically
folds.
Transylvania.
St. Vincent jumps into 4th place during the genealogy discussion.
I've been to Dracula's castle, the real one.
Daniel's been in Dracula's castle. That might be the only thing about him I never knew till now.
My brother? So 30, you?
25 and a half.
25 and a half.
Good try, bad timing for Fish with the 3-bet.
22.
No, you're not.
I know. Damn.
Liar. It's like, I was going to say you had a hard life. You must have had a hard life.
29.
29.
Boy, Daniel at this table, pretty much Doyle Brunson.
He is the oldest one, and he's told us he can learn a great deal about poker tendencies by engaging his opponents in seemingly innocent conversation. Fish with 7-6 off gives way to Negrano. King-Queen, a raise to 27,000. To Harwood, she's on the button. Ace-8 of diamonds.
You mentioned earlier Ryan Reese standing in the back there, longtime circuit grinder. He's friends with Lonnie Harwood, Alex Mashik, Paul Mattiota, Vince Moscati, most of this final table.
Harwood. Well, not raising chips. Happy to play post-flop with Daniel with position. Mashik now in the small blind.
Mashik is pretty deliberate. I don't know if I'd want him as my lawyer in a criminal trial. I might be convicted before he ever acts.
Plus, if you're paying by the hour. Mashik does fold the 2 face cards. Now, St. Vincent in the big blind looks down at Jack-4. And he will give it up. And so we are left with the only 2 World Series of Poker bracelet winners squaring off.
Negrano out of position.
Negrano in 2nd place, Harwood in 1st for Jack Deuce. All
Check.
spades. Ace high still best for Lonnie. Daniel checks.
Yeah, that flop misses both of them. And I gotta tell you, Lonnie looks so serious today. You don't even want to ask her for directions. She might toss you out onto the road and say, that way.
Game face is on.
I don't think I have the one I need. I don't.
Daniel
I had what
folds.
you need.
Yeah,
The
ace
jack
of
and the
spades.
4.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Above average.
Nice hand, Lonnie.
Thank you.
You were losing some, so I felt bad. I'll let you have that one.
Appreciate that. Now I got the momentum back.
Yeah, you're happy again. Now you're in trouble. Let me keep you happy.
Now this time, don't call off with jack.
Welcome to Lonnie's world. Even Daniel Negreanu is living in it. Her chip lead continues to grow. Back at Harris Cherokee, Norman, we spent some time here. Was that you in the anti-cellulite live seaweed wrap at the spa?
I can't even spell spa.
Our TV final table began with 7. Want to mention 2 of the guys who made the official final table. 9th place, Jonathan Abla, and 8th place, Seth Berger. Congratulations. Lonnie Harwood, the big chip leader still. Onto the gun, Alex Mashik, 6'4", will go into the muck. St. Vincent gives way. A lot of folding going on we've seen at this final table. Around to Daniel Negreanu on the button, queen tray. He folds.
All in.
Paul Mattiota, all in.
Call.
A quick call. Harwood has him dominated.
Oh, no, Lonnie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I wanted him to do well. He used to be a bartender, worked a long time at Outback. He's got a nice button-down shirt. He might have taken that from Outback.
Mattiota looking to double up through Harwood.
We need a queen.
The Tennessee pro knows the queen and the queen only right now is his best hope. Here is the flop. Deuce 8-7.
That's boring.
Yeah, and that's pretty useless for Paul.
9 at least.
Yeah, 9,
9
10,
or a
queen.
10.
No, I'll take the queen, actually. Should I do the stand-up trick? Oh, no, that never works.
Tray on the turn, so it's going to have to be the river or payout cage for Paul.
Now you need a queen.
It's got to be a queen.
Gotta be a queen or Mattiota is whamboozled.
The river is the 9 of hearts.
Nice playing with you and you.
Mattiota considers Cherokee his home casino. He knows well the path to the cashier, having made the trip several times.
He was a kid with a dream.
He does win over $49,000 for his 7th place finish.
There you go, you're banned 33%.
And Lonnie Harwood keeps on rolling at this final table, over $1.6 million now.
She is dominating this final table.
So Harwood eliminates Paul Mattiota. No surprise, because Lonnie has been increasing her poker stock steadily since 2013. She's been as dominant as almost anyone in the poker world.
She had 6 cashes at the 2013 World Series with 3 final tables, all in huge fields, 4 of them in excess of 2,000 entrants. So the national championship, just 122 entrants, must feel like a sit and go to her.
Now 6-handed for the World Series of Poker bracelet and national championship title. Harwood with 7 deuce off.
Harwood also looking for history here. She would become the 3rd woman to win at least 2 open event bracelets. Vanessa Selps has 3. Jennifer Harmon has 2.
Lonnie looks like she might be wanting to stretch her limits of creativity, and there's a raise to $25,000.
She's raising with 7 deuce off. You know what that means, Lon?
She's off your home game list?
Against all odds, you get smarter every year I know you.
I knew it. Around to Vince Muscati in the big blind with King 9, and he'll make the call.
Hey, both Muscati and Harwood graduated from SUNY Albany with degrees in finance. Well, what are the chances of that?
Right? All right, is the flop ace-6 jack. Muscati still leads with his king high. He checks.
Well, I'm not Antonio Esfandiari, but I know if you raise with 7 deuce pre-flop, you're going to bet with 7 deuce post-flop a lot. And a continuation bet is probably mathematically correct. Your opponent will miss most flops, and you'll just take it down with a bet right here.
Wow, against all odds, you're getting smarter every year, and Harwood will take it, betting $27,000 with 2-7. Who knows?
Don't try this at home. Brought to you by Lonnie Harwood.
Well, I've seen Daniel do something similar, bet $53,000 with 5-3. Is it on purpose? Who knows? She's got the chip stack and the chops to pull it off, though.
You said you've been in California recently, right, to promote it?
Yeah, I'm going back again. August 6th to 9th, we're doing like a bus tour, basically, where I'm going to be in a RV, and we're just going to go to all these little cool places.
I was going to say, you're hitting up the smaller ones, right? Not
really
like
small, like eight table rooms and stuff, Lake Elsinore. Yeah, because
Right.
what we're doing is we're raising awareness with those people,
Negreanu in California with some other pros to support the legalization of online poker in the Golden State.
We do have pushes with councilmen when they come out of recess.
They shoot out their support.
Because, yeah, late August, we really need to make a heavy push to get this thing through. Because there's time, but it has to happen now. I mean, not has to, but it's really a good time.
Love him or hate him, Daniel does try to promote the game. He's a great ambassador for Poker 24/7.
Yeah,
Sometimes I wish he'd do it just 24/6, but it's hard to argue with his passion and his dedication.
Mashik with ace-5 of diamonds to short stack again, but certainly not as desperate as he was when we began the show. He's going to raise it up to 30,000. St. Vincent folds, as does Muscati. He's making a habit of that. Daryl Fish gives way to Negreanu, who looks down at pocket trays.
I'm going to pay.
That man is money.
He will call, and the Romanian bloodlines shall now clash. Here's the flop. 8-5-6. Mashik connects with the 5 to become a big favorite.
That's a good flop for Alex, but he knows that flop is often in Daniel's wheelhouse.
Both do check the flop. A queen on the turn. Neither can love that.
Well, it also is a good flop for Daniel's pocket trays. So now he might surmise if Alex doesn't have a queen, my trays are good.
Negreanu with chips in hand. Does bet 37,000.
I can see Mashik folding here, but he might figure if Negreanu connected on that flop, he would have bet the flop. Lon, please stop me from talking if you think I have no idea what I'm saying.
But then you'd never be allowed to talk.
Okay.
Mashik with the best hand will keep pace with Negreanu. River card with over 150,000 chips in the middle. 4 of hearts. Negreanu looks down at 5 overcards to his pocket pair, and he checks.
Alex can only lose the pot if he bets because he could get check raised, but he'd win more if he then came back over the top after the check raise, huh?
Man, you play at so many levels.
Small pair.
4th pair beats 6th pair.
Get the 5. He was trying to turn it into a bluff too, maybe. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, I'll check raise the river. I should do that.
I want to bet too much.
Oh, I couldn't check raise?
Well, I mean,
yeah, if you bet, yeah.
He's Romanian, and he's playing well. Nope, not Daniel Negreanu. Alex Mashik's rise from the short stack ashes continues full speed ahead. Welcome back to the World Series of Poker National Championship, kicking off the 2015 poker season on ESPN. Lon McCarron with Norman Chad. Daniel Negreanu, just like every other night, at a final table, a shot at a bracelet, and to no one's surprise, he's been his usual loquacious self.
I keep getting older, and they stay the same age. I wasn't folding, no matter what you did. Unless you shoved, then I'd have to reconsider. Down in Australia, I'm gonna impale ya. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Australian impale ya, that's pretty damn good. To rhyme Australia. Orange, lemon, raspberry, taste it, snap, crackle, and poppin'. You're all good. You're all good players. You do smart things.
Well, don't worry, we do some dumb things.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm banking on.
I wonder if he raps in Romanian.
Oh, that would be fun to listen to. Negreanu in second place still, but a pretty close race between himself and the other 4 after Harwood. Vince Muscati. Nothing to play with tonight.
Oh, there she is. Hey, hey, hey. All right, I'll be right there. We've got a break in this last hand. I'm going to raise this pot to 27 first.
How'd you get that timed so perfectly? That's
His
amazing.
food and massage is here, I believe.
Negreanu with a real
right there.
hand to work with, raises it up with ace-king off. Harwood on the button will take her break. Mashik now. Now, Alex. Okay, 10-9.
Incidentally, by North Carolina state law, Alex Mashik is not allowed to put the hoodie onto his head at any point of any hand he has entered.
He folds big blind. St. Vincent with the perfect hand to foil Daniel's plans.
Boy, Daniel's gonna need some nourishment because this hand has the potential to take most of his chips away.
St. Vincent, the only player at this TV final table without a circuit ring. And he is most likely going to play back at Daniel here. And there is the re-raise to 68,000.
So I can't do Kofo, right? Because I'm in the pot already and it ain't cold, but I'm still gonna do it.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, you got good cards? Oh, wow, nice.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I have the ace-king, he has the ace-ace.
And that's bad for Daniel.
Is that double suited?
Yeah, double suited. How much do you have about? 300?
Do I need to count it?
Nah, I don't care. I mean, I plan on winning anyway.
There's the flop. 8, 10, 9. Oof. Daniel with a better shot at chopping than actually winning the hand outright.
Negreanu had the second biggest stack at this table when this hand began.
I have like 100.
He's about to lose 3/4 of that stack.
Daniel needs the turn, and it's a blank. Negreanu drawing dead.
All right,
Brad
kid.
St. Vincent with a
364, right?
double up to take command of second place.
Yeah, that's what I first thought it was. 360.
Daniel somewhat silenced. He's down to table scraps, less than 10 big blinds.
A dire situation for Daniel. Meanwhile, Brad St. Vincent is dealt a gift, and he made the most of it.
Yummy, yummy. All right, I'm gonna pull up a chair and eat right here.
Daniel now with an opportunity to refuel, but he'll do it with a much lighter arsenal. Suddenly, Kid Poker's the short stack. The 2015 World Series of Poker National Championship is dealt by the WSOP's social game, poker's #1 mobile game. Free download available now in the App Store and Google Play. Hey, that's me, and you, and the Poker Brat, Phil Hellmuth.
As I recall, it was mostly the poker brat.
You're right. Six-handed, Negreanu the short stack.
123,000 after I've paid the ante.
Daniel providing an up-to-the-moment chip count.
Daryl Fish, ace deuce. He folds.
And it is all, every last cent of it, going in the middle of the pot. The entire enchilada. 123, as I said.
A
There's
vegan
the 80.
enchilada.
There's the 100. There's the 23. Good luck, players.
Okay, any takers?
And by players, I mean me. Get it?
Daniel pushes with 7 big blinds.
Small blind, St.
He
Vincent.
got a lot of my money in the last hand.
He didn't want to leave you with any. He's going to finish
He
it
got
off.
a lot of my money. He's like, wait, but I didn't get it all.
Nope.
Do you have good
Call.
cards? No.
No. You're lucky I wasn't in the big blind.
You would have called the big
I
blind?
would have had all your chips. The rest, the remainder.
Or you would have called?
Yeah.
Well, how do you know you win?
Because I'm running good. I just had aces versus ace king.
Yeah.
He makes a pretty good point there.
Yeah, I guess. I win.
You win.
See, when I have ace king versus ace at a final table, I make sure to make Broadway.
That's what you do? It's not my style. I'd feel bad. I don't like to be rude like that.
Yeah, I
Beat people.
I mean, I just use the girl card, listen, man, I just needed the Broadway.
All right, so Negreanu still the definitive short stack under the gun here with jacks.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen.
This kid's got one move.
They're all going to have I'm just a one-trick pony. Now I got a lot more. That's 95. So 157.
You might want to take it back.
Wait a minute.
She's thinking.
You know what? Let me make it 35 then. Yeah, take that.
Yeah, you have too much.
Smashing ace, queen of diamonds.
I didn't know I had that.
Oh, it's going to be a Romanian showdown with 2 hands, Lon, that we both know never win.
Never.
Is it? But I sometimes min raise with even 10 bigs.
Call.
Mashik does
He
call.
said call.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Wake up.
Fold it to fish.
A hand.
It's like, almost like, it's like, ah.
Yeah.
Look, I have aces.
No, you don't.
No, obviously.
I have a pair,
Oh, wow, that's a good pair.
and you have the ace queen. So it's the classic confrontation. Pair versus 2 overcards.
You showed an ace?
No, 2 of them.
No,
No, I had
yeah.
4s.
Oh, yeah, fours.
Okay, well, good
That's
luck,
a hand.
man. Whatever
That's a
happens.
calling hand.
One remaining to another. Norok.
Well, if he had what he had last hand.
Norok.
When our show started, it was Mashik who sat with only 9 big blinds. Now he's the one looking to take out the 6-time bracelet winner. Here is the flop,
That's a good
6,
flop for
5,
me.
10. Great flop for Daniel and his jacks.
King? King's fair, right?
Wow.
You okay with a king?
I'll be fine with it. I can survive that.
Better than an ace or queen, right?
You're smart.
Turn card is a king.
You stop it now. 3. 3 of clubs. Just do the 3 of clubs. Don't
Mashik with a
be like
Broadway
that.
draw.
He's calling cards over.
I'll leave it alone now. I'll let it be up to the universe.
Leave it up to the universe. 3 of clubs. That'd be good.
Jack of spades.
The river card is the jack of spades. Mashik with a straight knocking out Daniel.
He called both. That's unbelievable. What was that?
I'm sorry.
I said 3 of clubs. He overruled me with the jack of spades.
Wow.
I have 3 jacks. Did I lose? How do you lose all in before the flop with 3 jacks?
That is the jack of spades, right?
Okay, you win. Good luck, guys. I'm gonna go eat a nice fancy restaurant in Asheville and have a good time.
Good game, Daniel.
See you guys. Good luck. Take care, bud. That was pretty sick. I got the suit right and everything. You too,
Daryl
man.
Fish playing the wrong game. He needs to find a roulette table ASAP.
Good point.
Oh, jeez. Thank you. I was like, what is all that clapping?
Despite some early pots, Daniel couldn't overcome a couple of rough hands. He leaves Cherokee in 6th place. Lonnie Harwood, though, continues to shine.
She's been impressive in search of her second bracelet. Equally impressive has been the patience of Alex Mashik, who's gone from 10 big blinds to a big stack.
We caught up with Daniel before his trip to Asheville.
It's really fun, actually, because it reminds me of where I came from. Because I started out as a grinder myself, you know, staying in motels, playing the $100, $200 tournaments, just trying to build a bankroll. And it takes that kind of grit and that kind of tenacity to make it to the big leagues. Minor league baseball players, they do the same kind of thing. You know, they grind and they try to make it to the big leagues, and that's what a lot of these guys are doing.
At a table full of World Series of Poker circuit grinders, Daniel Negreanu started the night as the oddball.
So you had kings and then you had aces. That's good. I like the way you play.
He ended the night in 6th place.
So it's the classic confrontation. Pair versus 2 overcards. 3 of clubs, that'd be good.
Jack of spades.
With Negreanu's exit chip leader, Lonnie Harwood's stock rises.
Can you stop playing so good? That'd be great.
For Norman Chad, I'm Lon McCarron. 5 players still in contention for the World Series of Poker National Championship bracelet.